We are live on YouTube. Make sure I'm in. Hey everyone. So we had technical difficulties on IG, so thank y'all for hopping on to YouTube and let everyone know we are on YouTube. We are going to do the reveal. Hey Martini, join us on YouTube for the reveal. So go to BCMC University, y'all. We're live right now. We're live right now. I'm just keeping IG open. So if anybody hops on here, y'all know we're live over here. Are there other people in here? Yeah, Keisha's in here. Yeah, there are people in here. I see the numbers. Join us on, let's see, do I have it on- join us on YouTube, y'all. Join us on YouTube. Hop over to BCMC University on YouTube. We're live there. Hey Kim. Hey Martini. We're all on YouTube. Hey Monique, how are you? All right, y'all, we are getting ready. Look, we have to improvise sometimes because IG just won't let us be great sometimes. So, whoo, yep. Angela said, whoo, we made it. So join us over here on YouTube. I'm gonna give people a couple seconds to join. I'm gonna leave this open so that if people hop over here, they know. And then this is good too, because then I can repost this on IG for people that miss it. Okay, y'all, join us on YouTube because I'm about to cut this off because I don't want IG to cut off again. So join us on YouTube at BCMC University. Hey, Fendi Gucci, join us on YouTube at BCMC University, y'all. And when you get in the room, tell us you're in the room. We've got people in the room already. Hey, y'all. All right, y'all, we're back. We're in motion. And we're getting ready to reveal the next keynote. So hop on in, share this out, let everybody know. Hey, Nigeria. All right, y'all. So. The next keynote that I'm going to talk about has, like I was saying earlier before IG cut us off, is absolutely amazing. She has been an instrumental part of BCMC for a while. We love her to death, and it wouldn't be right not to even have her at the summit. And so I'm going to go over real quick who we've had revealed so far. Candace Holyfield Parker, David Shands, um, B. Marie, Journey Stanley. Hey, Toya, join us on YouTube. Big Sexy, Coach K, and then we released Crafting with Cassie last week. Yep, 30 minutes of suspense for sure, for sure. Join us on YouTube, Toya, at BCMC University. So, because I'm not on my phone, Michi, join us on YouTube at BCMC University. I can't pull up my picture. I'm going to pull this person into the lab. So, let's get ready. Hey. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, we had to go through some things today.
This is. Do you hear yourself?
Are you curious? No.
That's so weird. So you're literally talking out because I'm on the YouTube.
Oh, probably because you got to put it on mute. You have your thing on mute because you got to mute your YouTube. Amazing. Yeah, when you mute it, then yeah. Hey y'all, we're on YouTube. So as you can see, our next keynote reveal is the amazing Angela Brock of Hello Breakthrough.
Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Listen, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. Let me tell you something. Instagram was hating. It
Oh,
didn't want me to be great.
okay.
That's how
I
you
was
know. Listen, I'm gonna take this as a sign. That's how you know y'all need to be in the room because obviously they don't want y'all to get what y'all gonna get. Listen, that's okay
and,
though.
and, and what was crazy, every time I said, and the next keynote is, oh,
Could. But that's okay. That's okay. When we persevere, because that's what we do as entrepreneurs, right? When we want something,
right.
we're not gonna let a little technology, we're not gonna let
Mm-mm.
some opposition, keep us from getting to the bag. So
Yeah, because Chantel was like, just go on YouTube. Go. I was like, okay, let me set it up real quick. Boom, 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 boom,
it's so
boom,
funny because
boom.
I was like, at this point, let's just do Zoom. Like at this point, I mean, because Instagram don't want us to be great. Just text us, put us all on a three-way chat. Like,
Hello.
yeah.
So, 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 Angela. So, as y'all know, we had Angela last year as well in Houston, of course. Angela has been with BCMC since the beginning. That's why I said it wouldn't be right not to have Angela. Angela has coached for us. She's gave us so many tips and things, and just it's just been an amazing partnership. And so we are so excited to have you at the BCMC ATL Summit. Tell us how you feel. Tell the
Man,
people.
I'm excited. So here's what's interesting to me. I remember when I found you guys, I think you guys did a solicitation post randomly on Facebook. I don't even know. I was trying to remember how I found you, but it felt very happenstance. And when I met you all, I thought y'all had been in business for a while because the way
Mm,
you all showed up online and the way you all presented yourself, I was like, oh, this is an established situation. I didn't know it was the beginning. It did not feel like the beginning. So kudos to you
thank
and the team. I was so surprised when I heard that. I was like, wait, now what? Okay, tell me. Say less. Interesting. But yeah, but
you.
man, and so being able to be a part of the convention in Houston, my hometown, was fire. You have a phenomenal um community that is rocking with BCMC, which is dope. And even though I have coached virtually, being able to meet some of the same people that I've talked to, been in rooms
Mhm.
with virtually, to be in the room, it was electric. I couldn't hang. I was sleepy. Y'all was outside. Like, and it was so much, it was so electric. I had such a good time talking, having breakfast, hanging out, chit chat, and connecting all of the
Mhm.
CMC family. So to then be asked to come back again, but to take it to another level, I'm excited. I have been up cooking like y'all. If you don't have your ticket, look at me, look. If you are on this line and you don't have your ticket, and you know that this is the year where you're like, no, 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 for real, I got to get serious. Like, there's some
Mhm.
things that I'm trying to birth. I'm telling you, you need to be in the room. Here's what I will say. You see the lineup. and I'm number 8. They still got, I don't know, 15 more people to go. I don't know how many more people. How many?
We got, I think we have about five more to either 4 or 5 more to reveal. About 4 or 5 more.
I don't know what you're waiting on. Um, and I will say this, and we've talked about this a little bit. I've been in the chat. I've hopped on one time from the couch early one morning. I think for so many entrepreneurs, we want our business to be big. We want it to be grand. We want to make the money. We honestly want it to be our full-time job. We wanted to replace the corporate job, not just the income, but also the benefits and things like that. We want that lifestyle, and sometimes we just don't know how to get there. We are
Mm-hmm.
CEO, CFO, marketing, social media, accounting, um, customer
Everything.
service. We do everything, especially in the very beginning. And sometimes we don't know what we just don't know. And we know we need help. We know what we know. But then we don't put ourselves in the best place to get the help that we need to actually grow our business, to develop as the CEO or CFO of our brands until we could hire somebody and we could just stay in the part that we enjoy, which is the innovative space and the
Mm-hmm.
creative space. But sometimes you got to move or make room in that space to actually see the numbers, know the numbers, be able to adjust where needed. I'm excited because that's exactly what we're going to
Yes.
talk about. Like I want you to be in the room. Um, and here's something that I will say that I am learning. You have to get out of the gathering information stage. I think we
Yes.
are really good with soaking it up, right? And you need information. You need to be taught. You need to learn some things.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to get past that point to the point of execution, um, and fail, right? Try some things out, get the data for that, and then adjust and then get ready to fail again until
Mm-hmm.
you get to the sweet spot where this is what it is. We gotta get into the room, and if you are not going to be in the room this time, I want to know why. So drop in the chat. Why are you not going to be in the room? Let's
Why you
talk
not gonna be
why
in the
you're
room?
not going to
Yep.
be in the room. Because I want to address it. I want to address it. And if it's money, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat so we can see. And let's talk that thing through because I believe that there's blessing that comes from being close to the fire. There's
Mm-hmm.
blessing that comes from being in proximity with the people who have the answers to diagnose where your business may be failing and can give you the solution so that you can win. They're not going to be stingy with the information, but you got to be able to take it and apply it so you can execute so that you can thrive. Or if you're going to fail, you need to fail fast, get the data so that you can tweak it and move on.
Yeah.
So
We had some
lots,
people saying money. Well, one person
okay,
said money.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. So
And
let's talk about,
Sean did say, get with Angela to learn how to budget for this. And that's amazing that you said that because we actually have a class coming up this month
yeah,
with Coach Angela on
let's
that specific thing. So,
Y'all know that's my superpower. One of the things for those that are new to me, if you are new to me, let me tell you, I went from being in debt, filing bankruptcy, to paying off over $83,000 in 16 months. Like that is what I do. I have bought a car, a
hmm,
$63,000 car, and I paid that off in 19 months. So like there is things that I just do from just budgeting well and managing and stewarding my well while still traveling, while still living a life,
hmm,
while still running a business, while still having a husband, kids, grandkids, like, and just regular obligations. I like to shop. I like to eat out. So if budgeting is the thing and trying to figure out how to make a dollar out of 15 cents is what you need, then if you're
hmm.
listening to this and you can come to this class, come to the class. Like if you want to talk about it, tell me, like reach out. I have extended myself to them. Like if you want to figure out how to make it work so that you can be in the room, so that you can be close and in proximity to get this information, then let's figure it out. Like
Hmm.
now I'm a coach and I love the Lord, but I'm going to challenge every single person that says that, and I'm going to ask you to be honest with yourself. Is it a budget problem, really? or is it a priority problem? Because we make it happen for the things that we value. We make it happen for the things that we say that we want. So now I don't know because I can't see the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. So I don't know who said it. So my question for you is I want you to think back over the last 30 days. I want you to think back over the last, this is what, May? Let's just think back over the last 4 to 5 months and how you've spent your money knowing that this conference was coming up. So when you say that money is a prohibiting factor for you today, is it really, or is this a priority? Is it really, or is this something that you haven't really set a value to it? I'm just asking the question. You answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
So
asking
she
the question.
said budget problem. Budget
Budget
problem.
problem. All right. That's fair. That's fair. So it's a budget problem. Okay. You gonna be in that class? When is the class?
The
The
class
class
is on
is
the
on the
16th.
16th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Class is on the 16th.
what time is the
Mm-hmm.
class?
9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern.
All right. So the lady or the person who said that budget is a problem, I want you to meet me in that class on the 16th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I will show you how to budget for this.
Mm. Y'all heard that. So everyone because no one else really said anything else. So either they've already gotten a ticket or they're, coming. There's only one person that said that. But again, if that budget is your issue, then you need to be in the class. BCMC University, the class schedule will go up today. That class will be on the 16th. So make sure you're in there because we got you.
Yeah,
We
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 got
we
you.
gonna
Now, once I show you how to do this, you're gonna get the information. My my it my exchange for that is I then need you to execute.
hmm
Because if budget is the reason, and if I show you how to budget, I'm gonna give you what you asked for. It's gonna
hmm
be specific for you. Then I just need you to execute. And you need to be ready to execute. Is that fair? Can we do that?
And I know a lot of you have asked for in-house financing, so we did put something together where you can break it up. So I don't know if any of you have looked at that piece, but I really, really love. Hey, Melissa, join us on YouTube. I love how Angela's able to show us how to budget. Because even when you do the payment plans, maybe you don't have enough for the down payment yet, or maybe whatever the case may be. So I think it's very important that you all are a part of this class that's coming up on the 16th as well, because those of you ready to scale, and I know everyone's using that, it's now a buzzword, scale, 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 but really and truly, if you're ready to take your business to another level, because I keep saying this, Candace tells us if we're making 10,000 a month, if that, you're not making any money. we
Yeah.
we need to be beyond that. And
Yeah.
so that this is the room where we're learning how to get to that point, to that stage, because I don't know about nobody else. I know I'm ready.
Yeah. And I think that that's another thing too. I think we have to be honest. There is no coach that can coach out there on the face of this planet that can coach a lie. What do I mean by that? We have to be honest with ourselves about where we are in our business and trust that, hey, you know what? This is where I'm at. And I need to be honest with the people that are coaching us, the people that are teaching us, so that they can help you go from where you really are and not where you're pretending to be to where you
Mhm,
really desire to be. And that to me is the difference, in my opinion, with BCMC. And I can tell you with me and Hello Breakthrough, I if you tell me a lie, I'm going to coach a lie. And then you'll be frustrated because you're not thriving, you're not being successful, you're not reaching your goals. And then you'll be saying that my program don't work. My program worked. It worked with the
mhm,
truth. And so for you all that are going to be at this class on the 16th, don't come there talking about you got $5,000 saved because if you got $5,000 saved up and this summit is the answer to all of your problems, then my first question is just use everything, 100% of what you got saved up to come to the conference. But if
Mm-hmm.
you know you don't have $5,000 saved up, then I can't help you. So come ready to be transparent and honest. And if you do, I will show you how to make it there. Not just make it there, but get there and have a good time. Get there and be able to involve and integrate and connect and network so that you are not stressed out thinking about what bills are going to be due when you get back and
Mm-hmm.
how you're going to pay this off and things of that nature. There'll be a plan that makes sense because there'll also be opportunities for you to invest. And so knowing exactly where you are is paramount, not just for this class on the 16th, not just for September, but you need to know where you stand financially in your business
Mm-hmm.
for real, so that we can help you get to the next level. And we can say scale, we can say thrive, we can say go to the next level, but we need to define what that looks like for you. And I am so excited to have that conversation. Like, you tell me where you are for real, and I'm going to tell you how to get to the next level. You get to define what the next level looks like. Because if you are not making $10,000 a month right now in your business, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that your goal is to make $1 million in 2026, and this is May, that's an unrealistic goal unless you got some things in the pipeline already and you're tracking towards that. And so I want to have some real honest conversations, that way, when you leave out there and you're networking and somebody says, let's apply for a business grant, you are realistic and you know exactly what to do and what to say and what to put down on the application. I want to make sure that you're equipped for that. Because you never know who you're gonna meet. You're gonna be there. So let's coach
Mm-hmm.
you up to make those connections memorable, but also applicable for you in real life. So
Yes.
yeah.
And for the event, that is amazing. I love all that. Love it, love it. Y'all better get with Angela. I'm trying to tell
Yeah.
y'all. So every one of our keynotes has a professor title because our theme is HBCU. We've got the 90s vibe theme going. So we have given Angela the professor title of our professor of financial strategy.
You better.
Um, She is our professor of finance strategy. So not only are we getting a main session or a breakout session with Coach Angela, if you are a VIP, because I know we have a lot of VIPs in the room and people that have gotten their VIP ticket, she's doing an amazing workshop. Um, I'm so excited. I hope I'm not running around and doing nothing because I hope I can sit in this workshop because we rarely get to sit in on these. So I'm like trying to figure out a way where we can get, if I'm gonna get the kids out here to be helping so we could kind of be in the room. Hey, join us on YouTube. But the workshop title for our VIPs, From Revenue to Readiness, a CFO workshop for entrepreneurs. This workshop is designed to help entrepreneurs stop guessing about their business finances and finally understand the numbers behind their business. So, by the end of this session, attendees will leave with greater clarity around revenue, expenses, profitability, business capacity, financial direction, and growth readiness. And so, again, this is not an accounting class, everyone. This is a working session designed to help entrepreneurs think and operate like the CFO of their business. Love it.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Yeah,
This
here's
is
what I
exciting.
I was telling Jules, like I literally was up. I've been thinking because I want to make sure that I'm a person where I don't want to waste my time, right? And so I'm thinking of the VIPs and everything that I do and everything that I've done, I want to build on it. Then I was thinking about the people that you guys will be in close proximity with at this summit. And so for me, I wanted to make sure that when you left my session, not just the general session, because y'all gonna get something too, like it's gonna be fire. But for those that are paying for the VIP, I am like, I don't want it to be a repeat of what you're gonna get in the general session. I feel like if you're VIP, you should get a little bit more. Honestly, you should get a lot more. That's how I feel as a VIP. Okay. And so for me, I'm like, all right, so thinking about the keynotes that have been released if you are going to be sitting in a room with them or having breakfast with them or talking with them in the corner, because that's what y'all should be doing, I want you to be ready for those conversations. So my session is it's ideal to make sure that you're ready for those conversations. So if they ask you about your business numbers, if they ask you about your financial strategy, they ask you about forecasting, if they ask you about your revenue, whatever they ask you, you should have enough information. My session is going to prepare you if you get into the hot seat. If you talking to David Shands and he asks you a question, I've
Mm.
seen them, you are ready for those numbers. You're not pulling numbers out your behind. I want you to be confident. And so for me, that's what a CFO does. We don't just see our money, we direct our money, right? And so how do you direct if you don't know? And so that's what this session is really going to be. So when I say it's a workshop, bring your laptop. Don't be on your phone.
Mhm.
Bring your laptop. I want you to pull up numbers. I want you to be as ready and prepared to go from revenue, no matter how much revenue you make a month. What is your profit? What are you forecasting? And if you don't know, we're going to figure it out together so that when you are in these rooms with your ideal people, your coaches, your whatever that is, you speak from a place of confidence. You speak from a
Mhm.
place of knowledge and wisdom, like a true CEO and CFO of your business. So that's what you're going to learn. That's why I feel like you need to be in this room. And we've talked about this from a personal level because I know so many times as an entrepreneur, oh snap, hold on, let me tell these people I'm gonna be late. See what I'm saying? Look at me. I had another, I wanna running all kinds of late. Hold on, let me skip. Sorry, y'all. I just want to
Mm.
make sure that um if you're in the room, you walk away with something valuable and tangible that lasts and equips you beyond September. I know that we're all trying to figure out a way to budget to get us to the conference, and I need you to be in the room. But when you're there, what you leave with, you need to be ready to execute and you need to know where you stand financially. So bring your laptop, bring pen and paper, be able to access things. That is what you're going to need in order to show up in these rooms ready to build a proposal, ready to fill out a grant application, ready to see, hey, what do I have? What can I afford if I want to do a coaching program? If I want to, invest in the university, whatever that is for you, whatever your next step is, it all starts with, man, can I afford this? And if not, what do I need to do and move around in position in order to be able to afford this? So,
Mhm.
yeah, man.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
So, I know you've got to go. I just wanted everyone to know we're excited. We got Coach Angela. Woo! And we talked about with her session what I love the most with the VIP session, even the general session, because I don't want to take away from the general session, but even further, I don't know. I know we mentioned this, but our VIPs will have a very big package, and one of those packages is David Shands. If you know David Shands, you know him about with the hot seat. He puts people in the hot seat. He asks, just like Angela says, he's going to ask questions about your business financially, but he's doing this for a reason, right? Because he's trying to get you to understand what you need to know. With our VIPs, there will be an opportunity where one of the VIPs will win that session with him during the summit on Sunday. We've already mentioned this to be in the hot seat with David Chance. So we're gonna have our pitch competition, but then he's staying because he's going to do a hot seat. And so we're excited about that for our VIPs. And it's good for everyone to watch this hot seat too, because now you get all these questions, right? And you're like, so Coach Angela is going to be preparing the VIPs for this.
Yeah.
Because if your name is called for that hot seat, you need to be ready.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I think, and that's the thing. So to your point with that, if you've ever watched, and if you haven't, start watching The Hot Seat.
mm-hmm,
He
mm-hmm.
asked those questions. I want you to answer them from your own CEOs. I know sometimes I'm like, well, hold on, I don't know the answer to that myself. So I think we all need to take a page. Everybody who has been on that is going before us. And y'all know how I am about a good blueprint, right? So they are showing you, they're going first. So they are showing you what's possible. So start thinking about those questions and being prepared. And there's always going to be a question that you can't answer, but you as the CEO or CFO of your business should be able to answer the majority of those questions or be able to think through them. I think so many times we are operating our businesses like consumers. Right? We
Mm-hmm.
are ready to consume information, going where the hot trends are. We're not really strategizing and thinking of our businesses and the strategy like CEOs or CFOs. We are just, man, this is hot, this is trendy, let's do that. We're not really weighing the trendy or the hot trends with our business model. Some of us don't even have business models, right? We're just going
Mm-hmm.
with the flow. And if it's good, we stick with that. If it's not, it's not. Like we are not even going where our passion, it's just a lot. And so I want us to move from consumer to CEOs of our businesses. And then for those that are going to be in the VIP session, it's making sure that you are thinking like a CFO and strategizing until you make enough money in your business where you can hire one, whether that's a fractional one or a full-time CFO. So you don't have to do this part. But you should still be knowledgeable and you got to know what your numbers are. And so to me, I think that this is the leveling up that we get to do, not that we have to do, right? Shift your mindset that we get to level up, right? There's so many businesses that are going out of business right now. And I mean, we just heard about Spirit, right? And so I think that every day that you get to operate a God-given business that some
Mm-hmm.
like that was given to you from the Lord. We have to steward it well. And that stewardship sometimes means looking at, a lot of times means looking at the part that we don't like to look at, right? We're so creative, we're innovative, but we got to know our numbers to make sure that what we're innovating makes sense for our business model. And so, how do we do that? You need a coach that's going to walk you through that. And I get to do that. You get to show up for yourself. So, get in the room, get this coaching. You're paying for it, right? And here's the deal, when I say you're paying for it, you're going to pay one way or the other. I'm asking you to be intentional about your investment. What do I mean by that? If you get in this room now, then that means you get to talk about what you've done so far. You get to get coached about what you've done so far, what worked, what didn't work, not just in my session, but for any of the sessions. And then someone can say, hey, this is probably where you went wrong. And here's how to tweak that. Here's how to fix it. Or, hey, you've been doing this really well. Here's the next step for you, right? So you get that coaching. That's what you're paying for. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't, and you don't get that coaching now, and you're not in the room, guess how you pay for it? Low sale months where you're not making a sale. You pay for a vending booth and you sell one or two things. So it is costing you money because you don't have the information. So you're
Mm-hmm.
going to pay for it. I'm asking that you be intentional about the investments that you're making, get in the room, get the diagnosis of your business so that you can thrive and level up properly instead of trying things or taking something that you heard from the internet, applying it to your business that's not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily appropriate, and then it doesn't work. And that's money that you've lost because you don't even know how to interpret the data from a failed implementation or a failed sale or a failed attempt. And you don't have anybody to help you interpret that data because you think you could just do it on your own. I'm just saying, shift your
Yep.
mindset, get in the room, get the help, get the coaching, ask your questions. If y'all come to this summit in or this convention, this event in September and y'all don't ask no questions, stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home. Don't come.
Yeah.
Don't come.
I love that you said that, Angela, because I don't want people to and I've been saying this. This is not we're not saying get your ticket, get your ticket, get your ticket because we just need the money and want you to get your ticket. We're saying if you're not ready for this level, don't come because I don't want anyone to come and they're not going to get anything out of this. This room, the people that we've brought, this has been very intentional. The Y'all, we've named just the people we've named so far. We're not even done. The people we've named so far, they're excited about what the vision is because we've had to sit with and meet with everyone and give them the vision and tell them what we're wanting and what we need and what our community needs. And so they're like, oh, yeah, we got you. So if you're not ready, don't feel pressured. Don't feel pressured. Don't just come because you want to be there in the room and you want to, see the people and you want to take. That's not what this is for. This is for learning. This is for getting all the strategies that you need to help you with your business. And if you're not ready for that level, do not come. I do not want anyone there that is not ready. And it might seem harsh, but I'm just being real. I'm just being real because I don't want you to fill up a seat for someone who is ready for that, and wants to apply everything that they're going to learn.
Here's
Don't come if you're not ready.
here's the deal. And to that point, so right now you're probably like, well, I don't know if I'm ready or not. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's a good test, or I think a test that could possibly work, right? If you know right now that you've been thinking about going live and you haven't gone live because you ain't got no camera, you don't like how you look, you don't like how you sound. If you have these ideas saved of editing videos that you are planning to do, and they've been sitting for weeks, months, and Sundays, like you're not ready. If you have been a part of this community and you have not executed consistently, you are not ready. If you cannot think through um, some of the promotions and the sales for the next 6 months, if you don't have them already mapped out, meaning this is what I'm currently doing for Mother's Day, currently doing for Father's Day, this is what I did for Teachers Appreciation Day, this is what I'm
Mhm.
doing for end of school, beginning of summer, this is what I'm doing for back to school, this is what I'm doing for, like, if you don't already have that forecasted and mapped out and the budgets aside, I don't, I don't know what you're going to talk about at this summit because these are the
Mhm.
questions that I'm going to ask, right? To me, this is baseline for CEO decisions. So as you're thinking, man, I want to meet B. Marie, cool. What are you and B. Marie going to talk about? Because that's how close you're going to be with these people. Man, I got questions about my P&L statements and things of that nature. How do I do that? Angela can answer those questions. But if you don't know how much money you're making, you're not ready. And so, my question for you is, are you willing to not just buy a ticket, but are you willing to do what it's going to require for you to be prepared to get into
Mhm.
those rooms? You have time, but if you are struggling with going live, creating content, emailing your community, coming up with promotional, like if that's not where you are because you have kids, because you have situations that are outside of your control, but basically it's taking up mental space, then sit this one out
Mhm.
because you'll be
Mhm.
frustrated. You'll pay all this money, you'll be in Atlanta, it'll be a very expensive, fun filled vacation for you. You could write it off on your taxes, but it won't help you in your business. And then you'll
Mhm.
say, man, we had a good time, but I'm still in the same spot as I was a year ago. And so for then the last thing that I would say for you is if you were in Houston last year and you ain't do nothing that you learned last year, if you didn't do anything, or you only did one thing, if you didn't implement anything from last year's convention in Houston, Texas, and you have no plan whatsoever, or honestly, if you haven't implemented anything from September to May, sit this one out.
Hmm. Yeah, it's facts. It's real. That's real.
One out.
That's real. That's
And
real.
I'm not in the business of, I don't want anybody to, I just don't want you to come and be frustrated. I don't want you to
Yeah.
come and feel like you wasted your money. And I don't
Hmm.
want for BCMC to feel like they have people in the room that are not ready because it's such a wasted or missed opportunity. It'll be seeds, but they're going to fall on hard ground. And I don't want that for either one of you all. And
Yes. Preach.
I don't want that for
Preach.
coaches. I cannot tell you how hard it is to coach somebody and you want them to take 100% of what you know, and then they take it and they put it in a bag, they tie it up and they put it in a backpack or they put it on the shelf and then they don't use anything. Like if we're asking you, hey, tell me how much you make. Oh, I made about I don't know about, I made about $20,000. No, log into the system right now and tell me how much you made, right? Like, I don't know what my login is. I don't know. I can't help you then. I can't help. This is an opportunity to get one-on-one coaching thank you, Holy Spirit. The coaching that you guys are gonna get would normally cost
Mm.
anywhere between $20,000 and $30,000, and sometimes even more than that. The coaching that you guys are you are paying 1% of what it would typically cost, 10% of what it would typically cost you. Let's be very clear. Like to and maybe y'all don't know that. Maybe y'all need to call in but to coaching programs, so one-on-one coaching programs that you guys are they with any of these people would cost you tens of thousands of dollars.
Say it
Y'all are
again.
getting it for a fraction of the cost. We are making ourselves available the entire weekend.
And just that, like I said, speaking with each of the keynotes and telling them what our people need and them saying, okay, yeah, 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 that's what we have to have people in the room that are ready and ready to ask these questions and ready to apply because like you said, even with us as BCMC, like I don't want them to say, well, they done brought these people. They said these people needed blah 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 blah, and they not even ready. So
Yeah.
why did we have all these people? What we just can't have that. We just can't have that.
Mm-mm. I think
So
this is, to
but
me, I feel like this is just such a phenomenal opportunity for those that are ready. This, there is no way that if you already, meaning you've been trying and you've been implementing and you've been testing things out and you've been like, and right? You know who I'm talking to. And so if that's you and you haven't bought your ticket, I want to encourage you. And even if this is one where you have to get it financed and you have to do a buy now, pay later program, and y'all know how I feel about them BNPLs, like for real, like y'all done run them into the ground. But if you know that this is the answer to your problem, and you just need to be in the room. And even though you made a commitment, do this, and then let's come up with a plan on how you can pay that off. Like I'm really good with that. Then get in the room. If this is one of those things where it's just like, I'm going to crowdfund for my ticket. I'm going to borrow some money. Whatever you got to do, if you know that this is the key, the piece to the puzzle, like that you need, then do what you got to do to get yourself in that room. If that's a buddy pass, if that's two layovers, stand by, like whatever you got to do, get in the room. Because this is a game changer. Angela, I'm excited to be in the room because I was like, I want to talk to y'all, but I also want to be there with my pen and my paper. I'm looking forward to taking
yeah.
as well. Some of these people, and I was sharing this with Jules. I'm like, man, me and David Shands, he inspired me to start my podcast. And this is why I'm telling you,
Hmm.
let this inspire you. I went to the podcast summit in July 2024. And I went there because I knew that the Lord told me that I was supposed to start this podcast, right? But let me tell y'all, I struggle. Now I'm sitting in there and I'm meeting all these podcasters and I'm having conversations with them and they are telling me exactly what I need to do. I met Brandy Harvey. I got a video. I'll post it just so y'all know. Like she told me, I asked her directly, how do I introduce myself to people? And I am not, don't nobody know me. Like I'm trying. She gave me some pointed advice for me. Did that. Met Omar El Takori in person. Let me tell y'all what this man did. It was a line. He told me, hey, do you have a picture of your space? No, I called my husband, had my husband FaceTime me. Omar saw my office that y'all see right now, told me how to set up my office for my podcast, drew it out on my iPad at the podcast summit. I met Neo. I met the guys from Shits and Giggles. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't watch their podcast, but they gave me advice. This was July 2024. And this is what when I tell you that you have to be ready, because I, while I was there, Omar told me exactly what equipment to buy. I bought it before I left. By the time I got back home, it was sitting here waiting for me. The camera I'm talking to you on got opened out of the box in January 2026. Why? Because I wasn't ready. I allowed negative thoughts. I allowed fear to keep me from starting my podcast in July 2024, because that's what I was supposed to do. I had some stuff. They told me what to do with the equipment that I already had, not the equipment that I bought. They told me how to get started with the equipment that I already had. And I didn't do it because I let the noise of, oh, the market is being saturated. The reality is, I wasn't ready. I didn't have enough to say. And I felt like there was a fear that I was going to be exposed, because what am I going to talk about? Right? Like all of that for 2 years. I just started my podcast in February 2026. That's how long it took. So when I tell you, I'm not telling you this because I don't want you guys to thrive. I'm telling you what I know. I'm on the other side of that. Now, I don't care if only 10 people watch my podcast. I don't care if the sound ain't great, which it ain't every episode. It ain't been great sound. So we done figured it out now. If y'all watch these last couple episodes, we done figured it out. But it gets posted and I'm failing. I've cried, but I am executing so that when I talk to David Shands in September, I have data that I could say, here's the number of people that are watching my podcast. Here's what I've implemented. Coach me from execution, not from idea. Do you understand? You got to be in the room. So now I could go to David and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Help me from here. Not, this is what I'm thinking about doing. He can't help me with that. He can't, there's nothing he can help me with. So I hope this inspires you all. Like, if you're not doing anything and you know that you want to start doing something, is you need the information, you need the data, get in the room. And then let's say you're not prepared and you know there's no way that you can sell whatever you need to sell in order to get into this room, then you still have a next step. And whether that's becoming a part, an active participant of this community, because some of y'all just need to be active. Some of y'all need to log into the portal. Some of y'all need to, go back and view the recorded sessions. Maybe that's
Well,
your next.
I told you, Angela, we're changing the whole universe is about to be revamped because we're not gonna have we can't keep coaching and people aren't doing anything because we have a lot of that. That's those days are over. So they're gonna
thing.
this summer is about to be a new it's
See how
things.
y'all missed y'all blessings. See how y'all fumbled the bag. Like that's what happened. They were giving all of this good content and all this good value, and it was not necessarily falling onto fertile soil. That's okay, because they're going to level up with those people that are ready. But this is what I'm talking about. What a missed opportunity you've had to get what you needed for a fraction of the cost. And now those that are ready, they will stay. Those that are ready for that investment, that are ready to invest in themselves and their business because they're tired of playing small. Sometimes you need a little confidence boost, but we've all struggled with it. Jules has struggled with it. I have struggled with it. Every single person has, but guess what? And I mean it. I'm not trying to be funny. It got posted. That echo, you figure it out. Just put the captions on and hope for the best. but you got to keep moving. You got to believe in it yourself and your business and this God-given business that he gave you enough to fail. And if you keep trying, you're gonna figure it out. I don't watch hundreds. I done watched a lot of YouTube videos. I have been on phone with tech support to get this audio right. We done figured it out. I know how to adjust on the fly. And until I can hire a studio, because I ain't paying for it, because I'm not paying for nothing yet until I show that I'm consistent. But y'all gotta get in the room. Y'all gotta get in the
We,
room.
we do have a question for you,
Uh-huh.
Angela, in the chat.
Mhm.
In one of our lives, she said, "Don't get your questions for the keynotes from Chat
Yes.
GPT." Can you
Yep.
expound on that a little bit more?
Yes. So a lot of times we'll use Chat GPT, and I think that Chat GPT is a good thing. We go together real good. Okay. Like I love Chat GPT, but Chat GPT, unless you've been working on it and you are clear about your own business model, it's just going to agree with what you put in there. So if you are unclear about your business model and what you want to ask, asking Chat GPT is just going to get you some of the same
You got to
stuff.
train it. You got to
You
train.
have
You
to
got to
be clear,
train it.
but you have to be clear about your business model. You got to be clear about your belief statements. You got to be clear about it. What do I mean by that? There was a season where a lot of people in this community was saying that their candle lines was self-care, right? It's a form of self-care. And for me, if I put that into chat GPT, it's just going to give me information about that, but it's just a bunch of words. And there was a time where everybody's stuff was sounding the same because they were all using that same ideology. So what I'm saying is get clear before you put it into Chat GPT. So if you go into Chat GPT and you are unclear, it's going to spit out unclear questions. And so here is how that's going to hurt you. If you are unclear about your business model, your belief statements, the objections, and where you're going in your business, and you put that into ChatGPT, it's going to spit out some questions. And then if you take those questions and you ask me or any of the questions, we're going to ask for clarity.
Mhm.
And if you are unclear, you ain't going to be able to give me clarity. Why? Because ChatGPT gave you that question. It's not a question from you about your business. And so for me, if you're going to use ChatGPT, then there's some stuff that you got to do. You got to train that thing to really understand your business model, but also you got to stand on business, meaning ChatGPT will give me some ideas. And I'm like, now where you get that from? That ain't run that back. That ain't even my tone. That's not my business. What are you talking about? Right. And you got to be
Mhm.
spicy. But if you don't know that and you don't know your business inside and out and what you believe about your business to be true, what you believe about your belief statements, and I challenge the community, help explain to me how lighting a candle is self-care. Explain it to me. I don't believe that. So if you're the subject matter expert, now you explain it to me because what you've shown me, I don't believe that that's self-care. Right? Like, so explain it to me. Nobody could explain it to me because ChatGPT said that. But if you can break that thing down where the wax is filled with eucalyptus and lavender, which is good for blah, 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 and then that helps with health benefits. Oh,
There we go. Yep. Yep.
oh, connect the dots. I don't have no problem with that. So then give me some stats. Now give me so then I could coach you on what to add to drive that thing home. But if y'all just talking about relax, light a candle, listen to some music, now baby, that's not self-care. That's a recipe for me cleaning up on Saturday. And now I got an attitude with everybody in the household because why y'all ain't been dusting it? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I mean when I say you got to put some stuff in there or just make it plain. You can use it, but you got to be clear because garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. If you are unclear,
Mhm.
it's going to give you unclear, and then you won't be able to follow up with that because Chat GPT gave it to you. So I hope that provides um,
Mhm.
some clarity there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it does. And I know you gotta go because look,
I
I know
know.
we wasn't planning on
Listen,
being
I
on
wasn't
here.
planning on all of this. So let me just say you this. Like if you feel like this is good, and I mean, I promise you, if this right here has blessed you, just know that there's so much more in store. Like I
Yeah.
I'm not repeating nothing that I've said before. You're gonna get a little bit of that, right? We're gonna lay the foundation, but we're going deep. I want you to walk away, not just knowing your numbers, but owning and being accountable for where you are in your business so that
Mhm.
when you are in rooms and somebody is ready to invest, you could talk about what is going to be their ROI, what is their ROI on their investment, not just in your product, but in you. And if you're not confident, you can't sell it to anybody. And this is beyond, I've said this since I met you all. This goes beyond candles, it goes beyond oils, it goes beyond shea butter, it goes beyond packaging. Y'all are selling something that's so much deeper. And if you don't know what that is, I need to figure it out.
Mhm. Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate y'all. I'm y'all,
yeah, this has been great. Look, y'all just had a whole class. Y'all just
yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you, Coach Angela. We're going to
I'm
see you on
excited.
the 16th. I appreciate you so much. This has been great. So here we are, y'all. Keynote named number 8, Angela Brack of Hello Breakthrough.
Yeah. All right, y'all. See y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.